Hey, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like this video. Comment down below, man. Let me know if you're a fan of Young Dolph, Big Scar, Gucci Man. Let me know where y'all from, who you rocking with, and let's get started on this whole thing, man. So, Lil Migo got ran up on again after Big Jook got released, Yo Gotti's brother. And y'all got to understand, they was basically telling him that he had no other option but to either go and tell on Yo Gotti or to give up. The questions they was asking him was basically like this. Allegedly, there was like basically they found out that he was in the Bentley, and the fact that they had breakfast and they found the receipts in the Bentley, and then that's why they asked him, what was you doing that day exactly? And that's when he was stuttering and basically couldn't come up with an answer quick enough. And so he slipped up and said the wrong time. And that's when they told him that he'd have messed up from that point on. And they was grilling him on that. They were like, you know, you messed up because of the fact that you said that you was there for lunch, but you actually got caught for breakfast. And so that's what the receipt shows. So what they ended up doing was they knew that they had a way to spin it to where they could add more pressure and basically scare him into giving out a lot more details about Yo Gotti, CMG, everything with the Young Dolph, Moneybagg Yo, Finesse two-time situation with Lil Migo and Key Glock, True La Mafia, and everything like that. And so the fact that he was even riding by and everything, and he knew some of the people at the Makita's Cookies, and the fact that it's a small town in Memphis and that everybody knows everybody, and so everybody knows what's going on about the fact that who's really behind everything, and the fact that they had a whole existing thing, and that it's not the first time that they've been questioned for anything like this before when it comes to Dolph and having anything related to do with the issue that happened where he was at. And then the fact that it wasn't just not them, but also with Black Youngster, and everything that they did is connected to the fact that they know each other and work under the same exact thing. And the fact that they was moving all together, like they rode together with Govan and Straight Drop. A lot of people saying that Straight Drop should have never even got let out for the bowling alley situation, because then that made a domino effect to the point where it got to the time to where they recruited him to CMG to try to figure out if he was going to do the Dolph thing or not. And then they ended up using him as a chess piece pawn puzzle, and that basically he was just doing that, and he hasn't really, they still got them, and they still trying to like figure out his past stuff and then do the whole Dolph trial coming up. And the fact that everything connected with the Young Thug situation to the fact that they're using YSL like that, people are saying that that's what's going to happen with CMG maybe. And it all depends on what Big Jook said, because he has all the details and all the info on everything that's been going on, especially the fact that the role he plays with CMG and the fact that he is actually Yo Gotti's brother, like right-hand man. They're seen in old pictures together, new pictures, them with the people that's already been caught up, them in the same cars that were showing up on the whole scene and riding in the back of the whole area and everything like that. And the fact that it's all been happening for not just like this last year, but they did it at the whole 100 shots thing in Charlotte, the whole thing in LA, everything that happened in that whole situation is like it's the same people. Like Govan was actually one of the people that other time, but the fact that they never decided to pursue anything, and so that whole thing got dropped for lack of whole whatever, they couldn't find out exactly enough to hold them for it, but they knew that they was running away from it as soon as it happened, with matching shoes and everything like that. And so basically they had to remove Big Jook out of Memphis due to the fact that since he told on everybody, is what people are saying, is that they're hearing that, oh, it's too many people out here getting their chain snatched. Lil Migo already has somebody run through his things and run his pockets or whatever happened with that whole brand new situation. Not just the fact that he got found, even though they was trying to mask up and do everything they could to try to not get ran up on and found, but people even found him, and Grove Hero hit him with the hand and everything like that. He even said it himself. And so coming out of him, and then now the fact that they got his chain after that, and then this time he got his pockets ran or whatever the fact happened when he pulled up somewhere and people basically seen him and the whole lot and everything like that right there in front of the store. They basically cornered him when he pulled up into the spot. And that's exactly what was going on to the situation and the fact that it's got to be connected to all of them putting the money on the head of Dolph and this and that, because that's exactly what Grove Hero said. He was saying, talking about how him and Jook and Lil Migo and all of them meeting at that restaurant, at Yo Gotti's mom restaurant, and the whole thing about them planning and plotting everything that was going on right there, like a couple of nights before. It could have been the night before or the night before the night before of the whole Dolph thing. And you seen the same people, Govan, Straight Drop, Lil Migo, and it's like Big Jook and all of these people that's basically directly connected to Yo Gotti and CMG, and they all in this meeting. And then the fact that when everything happened at the Makitas, they done sent the boys in the 12 all the way to Yo Gotti Mom restaurant, the same place the people was having a whole meeting and everything, like the night before or whatever. So it's like almost as if people had already known that it was people doing things and this and that, and the movement was already happening, and that things were already like set in motion to go ahead and have whatever happened go down. And so that's the whole thing about them planning and plotting it, is that they already know when it's going to happen, when they're going to strike, when they're going to make their move, and if they're going to run up and who's going to be in the position. They're basically about to run a play. And so it's like the team meeting room the night before the whole game and everything. And so the next day was like the game. And then it had to, they kicked it off, and they had to start it off with these people. And then the backups came in, and then they had the chess pieces move, and then they checkmated and all that. And so what's going on is the fact that it was so sloppy, and all these puzzle pieces were scattered around, and people started putting it together. And basically now a lot of people already understand, once that Big Jook started getting questioned, that, oh man, this was it. This is where CMG is going to teeter-totter, because of the fact that you got one of the henchmen, you got the right-hand man, you got Yo Gotti's brother, and they asking all these questions, and they basically trying to see what's going on, if they're going to pin it on him, and they telling him to tell on them. And then they started swooping more people up, and they swept Memphis and everything like that, like they did last year and all that. And so now this time, all this situation is going on with the other artists, and like we haven't heard from Key Glock in a while. We ain't heard from nobody really too much. It's been all like the headlines with Grove Heroes, but all headlines with Big Jook, and the fact that it's a lot of people still on Lil Migo head, and a lot of people still like doing this, and the Big Scar situation is fresh. So it's a whole mix going on in the whole situation. It's a lot of interconnected, interloop pieces, where like a lot of it is starting to unravel. And the fact that it's people already got caught up, like Shondell, like they looking for him still, and they let him out, but they still trying to find him. And so they trying to see if Big Jook know where he at. They trying to see if Black Youngster know where he at, and all of that stuff. So it's just a matter of time until they get them and they get more other people. And then this whole thing is, you're going to basically see how it's like boom, 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 all these extra people, like the main ones that they're trying to get now. So subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment down below, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.